Is there an item out there that can help people with all their ailments? One item that can do it all? Well, I've been searching for years, and I think I might have found it. And today's guest is going to talk about the aloe leaf and aloe vera gel. And his name is Michael Haley, and here he is. Why don't you say hello, Mike?
Hi.
I met Mike recently, and we've known each other a long time, but we met recently, and it's amazing because I've always knew the aloe plant was very healing, but I never knew how healing until I actually started taking your product.
Yes.
Now, I want you to explain today, number one, a little about the aloe plant, and then number two, why your product is so superior to the other ones out there, because I have taken many aloe vera gels, and the product that Mike has is different in quality, and we're going to talk about that today. And if you have any questions, you can post them below the video. But Mike, first explain how you got introduced to the aloe plant.
Well, you know, my story is pretty unique. I actually had a terrible, terrible rope burn. If anyone's been sailing, I'm kind of sailing dumb. So a lot of people can relate to this and probably laugh at me with this one, but I went sailing one time, and we were in a race, and the captain had told me to pull up the sail. So I grabbed onto this rope and pulled it all the way up and stuff, and then holding onto the rope, looked at him kind of like, what do I do now? Well, by then,
the rope went right through your hand.
The sail filled up with air, and it started ripping the rope through my hands. I didn't know what to do, so I tried to hold on to it. I couldn't. We ended up running over the sail, but my hands turned into literally a blistered, bloody mess. And my skin on one hand, I could actually feel it melt to where the skin like tightened up. You know, kind of like shrink wrap. It just kind of singed up, and it was, you know, difficult opening my hands. And I started putting on this aloe cream that had 70% raw aloe vera gel in it. And I'm a chiropractor. My hands are very important to me. Well, within 3 days, I looked at my hands, and they looked better than they did before the burn. And to me, that was amazing. That got my attention. Well, I started actually drinking it from that time too. The person that gave me the cream to heal my hands, I was his chiropractor, Rodney Stockton. He said, well, you have to drink it too and do healing from the inside out.
So you didn't just go to the store and buy an aloe vera gel. You know a fellow who was already promoting it and getting the word out there about it.
Yes. Dr. Rodney Stockton, he was a PhD, and he had been studying aloe vera gel since the, well, late 40s, early 50s. He started his company in 1953. He's, we consider him to be an aloe vera pioneer. He's the guy that probably did more research and more studies on aloe vera gel than anyone that I've ever read about or seen. And specifically, his experience started also with his sunburn when he visited Florida. He vacationed in Florida. Well, he developed this incredible line of aloe vera products, and later on he started thinking, well, everybody knows it's the #1 healing plant, and it's used for more conditions than anything known to mankind, and they've been using it on skin for years and stuff like that. And in the islands, they drink aloe regularly.
Well, what happened when you put it on your skin, on your hands?
Well, they felt better immediately, but the most significant thing was the healing that I had seen happen in such a short period of time. I understand that much better now, seeing the research. We know that aloe topically heals things faster. Research proves it. It's not a question.
Well, what made you decide, okay, I'm putting this stuff in my hands and it's helping, now I'm going to drink it? What made you decide that?
You know, well, I had talked with Rodney, who developed this cream. He said, we have to be drinking it too. And, you know, like I said, he was my patient for chiropractic purposes, but he had this wonderful product, and he had to tell me about it. He knew what it would do for my hands, and he also knew what it would do for me internally. And he actually was, by this point, he was already selling it largely in the cancer market for internal healing. And
wait, did you say selling aloe vera for cancer?
Yes.
And straight aloe vera?
Yeah, well, not, yeah, raw. When you say straight aloe vera, the internal,
I mean, there's nothing added to it, just the aloe vera, nothing added for cancer.
Raw
Right.
aloe
You got
vera
to keep
gel.
telling us about this. Okay, go ahead.
He approached this oncologist, and I think it was early 70s, looking at the timing of things and the documentation we have of it, and he essentially tried to convince this oncologist, you have to put your patients on the aloe vera gel. And the oncologist, this doctor, was very, you know, strict in that, you know, we have them on a strict program, chemotherapy and that kind of stuff, and we cannot interfere. So Dr. Stockton's answer was, well, then give me somebody that you gave up on, somebody that has no hope. That way it doesn't matter if we interfere, right? And he said, well, Maxine Tracy has about a week to live. She has, stage 4 lung cancer and metastasized everywhere, and she's hopeless. So, well, he said, if she'll drink it, then I'm okay with it. And Rodney, he was kind of funny because he would just, he would tell people that had cancer, yeah, just drink this 3 times a day, it'll go away. It's like, to him, it was like treating a common cold. And that's essentially what he told the doctor. Just have her drink 3 glasses a day. Well, we have Maxine on video over 30 years later giving her testimony that if she did not drink this aloe vera gel 3 times a day, there's no way that she would be here today. That's what started the big entrance into this market of treating people with cancer. But now, when we took over this company a little over a year ago, we opened up the files and we saw a drawer full, of testimonials and files and files and files and x-rays and CAT scans of people when they had cancer, and then, as little as 60 days later with no cancer. Well, brain tumors that were there on one side of the brain, 60 days later, no more brain tumors from drinking aloe vera gel. But not that aloe vera gel is a cancer cure, but it seems to, it needs some testing. It's one of those things that it's like, wow, we have something that looks really good. Now what we need to do is take this and get some research that shows what actually is happening. We know about the chemistry in it. We know about the chemical ace-mannan. If you look up ace-mannan on the internet, it's going to tell you that it comes from aloe vera, and it's been researched in HIV, and it's been major viral infections and things like that. Probably the same reason why people that had cancer got better from drinking aloe vera.
Has anyone ever used it in a way of, instead of drinking it or putting it on the skin, actually injecting it in their skin, or you never heard that one?
I'm not familiar with that, but I know there was some kind of research going on back years and years ago pertaining to use it as like a blood plasma replacement. So I would say it's probably not that far-fetched, but I don't know of any specific.
Now cancer is the most one of the advanced things it would be used for, but it covers just about every ailment out there in terms of healing, right?
It's absolutely amazing. Everybody knows that you put it on skin for burns. People largely know that it gets tremendous results with digestive disorders, things like gastric reflux and the
ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease.
Yes, so people have been using it for that for years also. Now, the neat thing about it is, when you put it on your skin, that's a direct contact. When you put it internally, it's in direct contact with those organs, with your digestive tract, from mouth to anus. It's going to have that direct coating to some extent. But some of those nutrients, a percentage of what you consume, is absorbed through the intestinal wall and then starts circulating in your blood, getting carried to the target tissue, to every tissue in your body. And as it's circulating in your blood, lots of it's going to be filtered by, kidneys, liver, they filter the blood. But some of it's going to be absorbed into the cells and become cellular nutrition. That's when it's true nutrition. So it's, the things that you eat, when you're consuming these super phytonutrient foods, what can they help? Well, not only things that they come in contact, but when you're taking them internally, they become part of your entire body. So
will it be more beneficial to take when somebody's during a fast, or could it help just everyone, even somebody who's eating on a regular basis? Like, how would somebody take it?
Yeah, for me, I drink a glass every day. I like to start off with what I think is the best nutritionally first. So on an empty stomach, that's when I drink my aloe first thing as I wake up. We talk about fasting. When I fast, I don't like to do a total fast. I like to consume liquids. So for me, fasting will often be with a super phytonutrient beverage. My choice is aloe. I have done 3-day fasts where I have nothing but aloe. That's no great feat or anything like that. I'm sure lots of people watching this have done long fasts. But the neat thing is you feel very satisfied, high energy. You don't feel like you're lacking anything. And you know that you're just getting super nutrition. So.
Well, I got to tell you, somebody mentioned to me that, aloe doesn't taste that great, so it's hard to get down. And I went and I got a bottle of the aloe that Mike has, and not only do I love the taste, but my wife and baby love it as well. It's amazing. I mean, I'm drinking a lot more maybe than I need to, because it feels good going down.
It does
especially when it's cool and it's a warm environment out. It feels great, and I know it's very healing to the body as well.
Now you are a professional with these things too. When it comes to raw nutrition and fruits and vegetables, to a lot of people it won't taste good, because to a lot of people their bodies are messed up and they crave things that aren't good for them. They crave chemicals. They crave unnatural things.
Absolutely.
They crave raw sugar.
But in those cases, they can mix it with juice and stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it has a consistent.
This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.